Hi there, JJ Roses. Welcome back to the YouTube. I can't do that voice the whole video. I can't do it. A little while ago, I asked you guys what's the weirdest / funniest punishment you or your friend received in school. And we have received the answers, and we're going to be going through those today. So everyone in school has been told off, and sometimes the teachers have their own like punishments that they give. That is individual to that teacher, and that is what these are about. They're just completely crazy. I'm just worried about these students, to be honest. Some of them are absolutely hilarious. Some of them are a little bit worrying. A little bit scary. So make sure you stick around to the end, guys, because these are some weird comments you guys have made. Before we start, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. We keep growing all the time, and it's bloody brilliant. Having to do push-ups while saying, gee, I'm a pink fluffy unicorn. A teacher did that. Really? A teacher made you do press-ups and shout, I'm a pink fluffy unicorn. That teacher sounds like an absolute legend. In case you guys hadn't noticed, I am dressed as a teacher today, wearing my lanyard. Don't have any ID in it, though. Slapped on the butt with a spatula. Okay. Were you working at the Krusty Krab? Who slapped you on the butt with a spatula? I really hope it wasn't a teacher. Got a day isolation for choking on my water and also being late since I was on crutches. You got a day isolation for choking on your water. Surely there was more to it than that. You weren't just sat there going, and the teacher went, right, that's it, isolation. Get out. There's no way that was the whole story. By the way, guys, don't forget to carry on watching to the end of the video, because the last one that I read out is just absolutely hilarious and you don't want to miss it. My mum once threw my phone out the car window because I was listening to music. Okay, it's not really in school. Why did your mum do that? Just because you were listening to music? Did she not like the music? Was it like some offensive music or something? Your mum sounds like a bitch. To stand outside in the rain and squeegee the windows clean. That does sound like a pretty shit thing to have to do. Nobody wants to squeegee the windows. I wonder what you did to make the teacher make you do that. Got sent to the principal's office. Yeah, that's pretty standard. That is pretty standard. I mean, it never happened to me. I was a little goody two-shoes. I was a little good boy. But yeah, I was just completely scared of getting told off. So that never happened to me, but it did happen to a lot of my friends. And it was just seemed like absolutely terrifying to me. Why is it so, for some reason, scarier to go to the head teacher's office than any other teacher? Is it just because they're in charge? I don't know. Spanked by a hot teacher. That's interesting. Do I need to contact the police, or what's the story here? Let me know. In maths, I got told to go and stand in the corner. Yeah, why? That is such a like common punishment of teachers. Like, why do they make you just go stand in the corner? If they're angry with you, they just get you to stand up and stare at the wall in the corner. I don't know if that happened in you guys' class, but did in my class. It clearly has happened in this guy's class. It's so funny. It's like you walk into the classroom and like your friend who's always misbehaving is standing, staring against the wall. You're like, oh, he's clearly done something wrong. Oh, Billy's f***ed up again. My friend's class got banned from watching Horrid Henry because it made them too horrid. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. That's very specific. That is a very, very specific punishment. Right, no more Horrid Henry because all of you kids are just way too horrid. I work in a school. One of our year 10 girls made a boy get on his knees to apologize for being misogynistic. That's quite funny. It's quite funny to see it from the teacher's perspective as well. That girl sounds pretty crazy. To stand up on a chair and write everything for the whole lesson in front of the class. Oh my god, the teacher made you stand up on the chair for the rest of the lesson and write everything down. So instead of using the desk, you just have to stand up. That sounds horrible. So you had to be like this. And just stand there. Whoa! Try to balance. God, look how dirty my knees are. I was the misogynistic boy. No tennis balls in the playground because it's Tuesday. Now that is very specific. Is that actually why? Because it's Tuesday? No tennis balls? I need more to this. I need more to this story. They can't... And then on Wednesday, no basketballs. Thursday, no footballs. Is there a pattern? It's so weird. The teacher must have a reason for this. This isn't really a punishment, but I once had hiccups during a test and I laughed when she said, shut up. Yeah, I think I would have laughed as well. Nobody wants hiccups. Nobody means to do them. You just sat there and let it go. And the teacher goes, oh, shut up! I think I would laugh as well. I would find that funny. I couldn't go out and play for the rest of the week and instead made me play computers for a week. Oh, right. So you misbehaved and you weren't allowed to go out to play, so you had to stay inside and just play on the computers. That does sound like a bad punishment. At least you had the computers, but that would be shit. Like, you just want to go out with your friends, don't you? Oh, God, yeah, that sounds horrible. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to hear that. My maths teacher told me to go to the principal's office, knock on his door, and say, I've been a bad girl. Hashtag just a girl. Nice little hashtag at the end. I've been a bad... Oh, God, yeah, that's a bit weird. I don't know, is it just my brain going to weird places? Or is it yours as well? Had to write 3 lines of the book I was reading because I was apparently talking too much. That is a weird punishment. Like, I think teachers, when they're angry, they just want to give you a chore to do to make you also angry. And in this case, they had to just write out 3 lines of the book they were reading for no reason. That would make me angry. One of my mates had to scrape Chewies off the desk. Why is it with school desks? You look underneath the desk and there's just a sea of chewing gum and bubble gum. It's just... I don't know what it is with kids. They just want to, when they're done with it, instead of going to a bin, they're just so much easier to just put it under your desk. I don't have any under this desk. I'm a clean boy. That does sound like a horrible punishment, actually, to be fair. I was in primary school and I brought £1 into school and I got an after-school detention. Okay, seems like 3 different stories. Why did you get an after-school detention? Surely you didn't get an after-school detention because you brought money into school. Give me some more. Give me some more. Come on. Threw a pen at the teacher and the teacher made him become the teacher for lesson. Oh, God. Teachers love doing that. They're angry at a student. Right, would you like to come up here and teach the class? No, I thought not. But sometimes the student would say, you know what? Yes. Those were always the ballsy kids that would do that. Getting into trouble for burping after being smacked on the back by my mate. So random. But what was the punishment? This is what I want to know. Like, you're misunderstanding this. I don't want to know what happened. I want to know what your punishment was. My friend was eating gum. My teacher took it from her and stuck it in her hair. I mean, that is a weird punishment. They can't do that. The teacher surely can't take the gum out of someone's mouth and just put it in their hair. I don't know, that's ringing illegal bells in my head. Is there a law against not putting gum in someone's hair? Someone look it up. We had to cut the head teacher's toenails. Oh my God. Lucky the head teacher didn't have Isabel in his class. That has got to be the weirdest punishment I've ever heard. Why? No way. I really hope you didn't have to do it with those really crappy blunt school scissors. Oh, I just would have refused. If I was in trouble with the head teacher and they're like, right, and they just take their sock off and they go, cut these bad boys. I'd be like, no, f off. Counting to 50 in Spanish. That's probably quite a good punishment, to be fair. Nobody wants to have to count to 50 in Spanish. People in Spain don't want to have to do that. He had to stand up in front of the class and dance for the rest of the lesson, except he started griddying. That is a weird punishment in its own. Right, you have to get up and dance for the rest of the lesson. That would have been so distracting for all the other students that are actually trying to work. Not that crazy, but I was sent out of the room for laughing. Then the teacher forgot about me. Oh my God. How long were you out there for? 2 hours later. 1 eternity later. Oh, I miss SpongeBob. Our art teacher in year 3 used to make us slap ourselves for not completing artwork. Oh my God. I need to contact the police. Year 3, that's like, how old are you in year 3? You're like 7 and 8, aren't you? That's ridiculous. And also for artwork, it's not even important. Penelope, you better finish drawing that unicorn or you're gonna have to slap yourself. No, no, please. End of lesson comes and she hasn't completed it. And it's like, right, you gotta hit yourself now. And she's like, this is a horrible, horrible image. What is wrong with this school? I got a detention for putting the felt tip pens in the wrong place. Detention is a classic punishment, but for putting felt tip pens in the wrong place, that just seems a bit extreme, doesn't it? My friend started a food fight in the hall, so he was told to eat all the food off the floor. No, he wasn't. No, he was. Prove it. There's no way. He was told to eat all the food off the floor. There must have been so much food. He's like, oh, please. He's like spooning baked beans into his mouth that have been on the floor. Bacon paninis. There's so much food. Isolation for shouting skididi toilet in maths. Yeah, fair enough. Isolation is a pretty normal punishment. That does seem like a bit extreme for shouting that though. I got told off and my teacher allowed all the students in my class to bite me in reception. Oh my God, what? Did you have a class full of Henrys? That is a weird punishment. It's like the teacher... The teacher's like constantly having to stop the students biting each other, and then they find one student they don't like, and then they just decide not to protect that student. For those of you that don't know, reception is like a year below year 1. It's like the first year you go to school in the UK. I think you're like 4 years old or something. So that is funny, just the thought. If you get told off in reception, your punishment is you lose the protection from the teacher. So all your friends can just now bite you. The teacher once slapped me with a calculator for having a drink. That's definitely not legal. Have you told your parents or anyone else about this? I just feel like this is like therapy for some of you guys. Really opening up to me about some of these things that have happened to you while you've been in school. And I don't know what to do. Surely teachers can't slap students with calculators. It's not just me, right? Am I on my own here? Someone had to do push-ups on the school field in front of everyone because he dropped litter. Push-ups, that is a good punishment. It's normally a punishment in PE. Seems quite random to just tell him to do press-ups for dropping litter. But fair enough, because you shouldn't drop litter, kids. My friend had to sit in a classroom and eat his lunch with nobody. That is a bad punishment. You have to sit and eat lunch on your own. That was always the worst. Nobody wants to have to do that. It's a lonely lunch. Got 1 hour detention for stretching too much in class. For stretching too much? Oh, for f***'s sake, Timothy, stop doing your pigeon pose. Oh my God, Penelope's doing f***ing downwards dog again. I accidentally stabbed my pal with a wooden knife. Then 2 days later, the canteen lady thanked me for it. I don't know why. What is that? Why have you sent that? There's not even anything to do with what I've asked. I was selling sweets in year 7, but then a teacher came up to me and told me to go to detention. When we got there, she told me to empty the bag. She ate the sweets. So you were selling sweets in school, and the punishment was the teacher ate all your sweets. Fair enough. There was always that one like dealer in school, wasn't there? That would be like the school dealer. They'd just have, what do you want to buy? What do you want to buy? I got Haribo. I got hula hoops. What do you want? I had to buy my religious studies teacher Skittles. That is a weird punishment. You had to buy them Skittles. I don't think the teacher can make you do that. Did they make you buy them for them off of the school dealer? That is a strange punishment. I've not heard of that one before. My friend got sent to stand in the corner facing the wall. Stand there for the whole time. Again, it's another one. It's another one of the same. Just get up, go and stand in the corner and stare at the wall. That happened to my friend. I wouldn't be able to stop looking at him and laughing. I just... James has got to stare at the wall for the rest of the lesson. How you doing, James? You having fun? Had to run, I don't know how many laps around the school ground because I came late. Happened twice. You have to run laps around the school. I hope it wasn't a big school. I got told I had to clean all the classroom windows, all because I fell asleep. You got to expect some sort of bad punishment if you fall asleep in lesson. But yeah, cleaning all the classroom windows. Oh, okay, at least it's not all the windows in the school. That's where my mind went to then. If you had to clean all the windows in the school, that would be a lot worse. But luckily, it's just the classroom. Still not fun, though. Lick the soda he spilt off the table. What are these teachers making all these kids, like, clean up food they've spilt by eating it? Well, it's just strange. Why not just tell them to clean it up and get tissue or something? But they're actually making them eat it off the floor. I was jumping off the play equipment, so I had to stay and clean the classroom. Yeah, cleaning the classroom, that is a good punishment. That is a good punishment, to be fair, because nobody wants to do that. If I was a teacher, punishments I would give. Cleaning the classroom, yeah, cleaning windows, stuff like that. Would I make someone stand in the corner and stare at the wall? I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. I don't want to think about it because I'm not a teacher and I don't want to be a teacher. Being put in a storage room for the whole lesson. This happened to me when I had a paper plane. Oh my God, this is another... This is another one of those things, isn't it? This kid is coming out and he just wants to open up to me. This is therapy. The poor kid, you have to stay in a storage room for the whole lesson. The teacher can't do that. My friend was swinging on her chair and the teacher told her off and told her to bring the chair outside to the playground, write an apology note and put it on the chair. Then she has to wait for the chair to accept the apology or not. Poor girl was standing there for like 30 minutes straight, just deep staring into the chair. Oh my God, what a weird punishment. So punishment for swinging back on the chair was to just take the chair outside and say sorry to the chair and write it an apology note and wait for the chair to accept the apology. How did that even end? Did the chair accept the apology? My friend dropped his plate of fish fingers. Fingers! Sorry, I can't help it. If I see the word, I have to do it. My friend dropped his plate of fish fingers, chips and beans on the floor and was made to pick up every single bean. Okay, at least he wasn't made to eat them all. Okay, we've made it to the last one. Went to an Irish primary, always raining. One day, me and my friend were sitting at the back of the class swinging on our chairs when our teachers called out, "If you swing back one more time, I'll make you sit in the rain and learn instead." Ourselves obviously thinking this was a joke since he mostly joked around, forgot about what he said. If not, 10 minutes later we were back swinging and the teacher got up and took our chairs and dragged them outside in the pouring rain and yelled at us to come out and sit, and we did. So he opened the window. Since our classroom had a window, he opened it a bit to hear us, and so we can hear him. Have you ever heard of a full stop or a comma? And any time we stood up, oh, there's a comma, covered our heads or talked, he would yell outside at us to keep looking at the board, which we could still see from the window. We were allowed back in, sopping wet. At lunchtime, 20 minutes later, the teacher never actually got in trouble somehow, but our parents were not happy. We listened to his warnings after that. Oh my God. So he just forced you to sit outside and do the rest of the lesson in the rain. That can't be allowed. That teacher sounds like an absolute psycho. Surely the teacher should be punished for that. I wonder what the teacher's punishment would be for something like that. Maybe having to teach the whole lesson in the rain outside while all the kids are inside. Oh, God. Right, we have made it to the end. That is all the ones I handpicked. This happens in a lot of my videos. Some of these answers are just alarming. Like, are you guys all right? I just feel like I'm a therapist and I'm reading these out and I have to make you feel better about it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. A lot of these were very funny. A lot of these were worrying, but most of them were hilarious. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Take it easy, and I will see you in the next video. Oi! Subscribe!
Oh God, please subscribe! Subscribe!
Subscribe! Subscribe!